Hello, it's Sam. I'm going to be doing another guitar tutorial. Today I'm going to be covering how to do Blue Eyes Like the Devil's Water by McCafferty. Pretty simple. The strumming's a little difficult, but we'll go over it and hopefully it all makes sense in the end. We're going to start with an open E, and we're going to put our pointer finger on the second fret of the A string, and you're going to strum these. This is going to be the opening for the song. So after that, we're going to go over and have an open A string and second fret on the D string. Then we're going to slide up with our pointer finger on the fourth fret of the A string and our ring finger on the sixth fret of the D string. And then we're going to go to the second fret on the E string and the fourth fret on the A string. So you're going to, he misses D-H like he misses school. He's got blue eyes like the devil's water. I drink the devil's water anytime with you. And after doing that, you're going to start going downstroke. So he misses D-H like he misses school. He's got blue eyes like the devil's water. I drink the devil's water anytime with you. And that's going to go into the interlude. It's going to be the same thing over again, but we're just strumming it, so. And then going into the verse, when he's saying it's easy when you're older to figure out when things do and do not work, you're going to strum this open E and second fret on the A string for a while. And it is easy when you're older to figure out the things that, and then back to the open on the open with A5, which is open A and second fret on the D string, and then the same thing over 4 on the A string, 6 on the D string, and then 2 on the E string, 4 on the A string. So and it is easy when you're older to figure out the things that do and do not work. But then instead of going, what I find personally sounds better with the strumming, I would do up and down. But when he gets to the 4 and 6, I go. And it is easy when you're older to figure out the things that do and do not work. Like my temper, like me and you in the back of my car. I got, and then back to just like an eagle, blood on a heart, like a lion, so on and so on. Going into the chorus, it's the same tab over again, but you're just strumming them once, and then for the first part, and then strumming. You're gonna pick it once. I don't know how to word this right. You're going to pick it once, and then after one run through of that, you're going to start strumming again. So, but you were head over, heels for you, and I was head over, heels for me, and it's been head over, heels downhill, and it's been head over, heels for weeks, and then you're going to start strumming, and it's been head over, heels for you, and I was head over, heels for downstrokes, and it's been head over, heels downhill. Hit it again before we get into the break. And it is easy when you're older to figure out the things that do and do not work. And now let's get to the break. So this part, it looks intimidating, but I promise you it's pretty easy. We're mainly going to be using your pointer finger, and I like to use my third finger, which is my ring finger. You're going to get your first finger and you're going to lay it over A, this string, and D. And if you can't do that, if you can't lay it over, you can always use your middle finger if that's easier, but it's just, because you're going to lift it up in a second, so it's easier to just practice laying your fingers over the two strings. It's just a good skill in general, and it's more helpful with the song. So you're going to cover those two strings on the second fret and pick back and forth. And then move it over so the A is now open, and it's just 2 on the D string. Now you're going to get your your ring finger, and you're going to stretch it over to the 4th fret on the E string, so it's kind of a reach. It's going to be a little hard if you're not used to doing this, but once you get it, it's going to be pretty easy. You're going to go from the E string, E back to D, so back and forth, and and then it's going to the second fret on the E string. I just lay it over all three strings, so it would lay over the E string, A string, and D string, but we would just be plucking the E and D string. So it's going to sound like... If it's hard for you to lay your finger fully down and it kind of like you can't fully do that, you can always use your middle finger to help push this down so it rings out fully. But either way, after that, you're just going to go back to what the chords we've been using before. So open E to A, to second fret on the A string, and then open A, and then second on the D string, 4 on the A string, 6 on the D string, 2 on the E string, 4 on the A string, and you're going to just keep... And then when he gets to the screaming part, same part, like the devil's water, blue eyes like the devil's water, I got blue eyes like the devil's water, blue eyes like the devil's water, and then the ending would just be open E, so blue eyes like the devil's water. So that's pretty much it. Pretty simple, going through the same chords throughout the whole thing besides the break. It's just kind of switching it up with where you're at. Hopefully this makes sense. Again, the tab should be somewhere. And yeah, have a good day or night.